very lucky to be following the last talk because now everyone knows what a torus is. I've been interested in some time in designing or coming up with hopefully interesting puzzles based on rearranging or arranging patterned tiles in a square rectangular grid with wraparound toroidal properties. I'll hope to have a paper in the exchange booklet describing some of the puzzles I've worked on or come up with over the years. If we can have the Elmo, oh great. Including something I came up with a few years ago, for which I have some handouts, mostly up in the exhibit room for anyone who would like to stop by and pick up. I'm not going to spend time describing this. These are some newer ones that where I've tried to shrink the size of the grid. And again, I have some handouts available of this. I'm very happy to talk to people. But what I'd actually like to talk about in whatever time I have is something that I've been working on quite recently. And to the point that I actually don't know what's going on here. So I'm hoping that people might actually even take some of the paper and pencil and doodle along with me. And perhaps by the time I'm done talking, someone will know what the heck is going on or what I should be doing. Anyway, what I've done here is just a sort of a random arrangement of a bunch of squares in a 4x5 grid where the corners of each square are connected with a round red edge for two of the corners and a blue bent edge for the other pair in just sort of a random arrangement. The use of colors isn't particularly important. What is important is there's a different type of edge connecting sort of opposite pairs of points. So I'll later just get rid of the colors because it's inconvenient to have to switch back and forth between pens. But at any rate, if you, and now again, the toroidal idea is that points at the top are identified with points at the bottom, and points on the right are identified with points on the left. And so the four corner points are all sort of the same point. If we now think of this as sort of a graph that is just connecting the corners of the square, a bunch of vertices, each vertex has four edges coming out of it. And so, very, very simple old graph theory tells us that there's an Eulerian circuit that would traverse all of the edges, both the red rounded and the blue bent, once and only once, and take care of things. But what I'd like to do is see if I can traverse the Eulerian, an Eulerian circuit alternating between the rounded and the bent edges. And rapidly see that what I've drawn can't be done, in particular because of vertices like this one that has four rounded edges coming out of it. And so once you get there, you can't get out, okay? So the real question that I'm now asking myself is, well, can you arrange things here, okay, where every square has one rounded edge and one bent edge, okay, but you can get an Eulerian circuit. So I'd like to give it a try. And this is where I would like to see people, maybe help me out or come up with something better, or see if you can do it on your own. And in particular, I don't know at this point if there's some simple algorithm that just tells you how to do it, how to arrange things. So I'm going to try to draw an Eulerian one of these Eulerian circuits alternating between rounded and bent edges. And I'm going to run out of time, so I'm just going to skip to the chase and tell you that it actually can be done. Okay, and here is one of the ways, at least, that I found to do it, where I'm going to start in the upper corner. I'll go red, and then I'll go blue, and then rounded, and then bent, rounded, bent. Come up here, rounded, and whoops. Oh no, I'm sorry. I should have gone round. No. Sorry. I go rounded, bent, rounded, bent, rounded, bent, rounded. Oh, that's 8. Bent, rounded, bent, rounded, bent. And I'm back and I've done everything. And I'm out of time. Sorry.